Welcome to my first vlog of 2020 in start of February, driving through the South Pacific Ocean. As you can see now, crazy weather. This weather is atrocious. It's welcome though, considering we've just survived the worst bushfires in the planet's history and Australia's history, which have been burning since August last year, believe it or not, and only now we're getting this lovely trench of rain. It'd be nice if it was not quite so much the South Pacific Ocean falling out of the sky in one day, but still, it put the fires out, so I can't argue with that. And speaking of fires, those last 2 months have been crazy with these bushfires. The entire coast of New South Wales has been on fire. Every major bushland area has been affected. People have lost their homes, people have lost their lives, unfortunately. So that's meant I was quite busy over the December-January period, because being an aircraft operator and owner and stuff like that, you sort of get involved in the aviation industry, and unfortunately the crew of the Coulson Aviation C-130 did pay with their lives while defending the lives of others. So true heroes, those guys, as all firefighters are in these conditions. And as many firefighters have said, these conditions are simply unprecedented, and there's just no way you can put them out. The ferocity and intensity of these fires has just been unseen before in history or pretty much anywhere. Doesn't help that we've had the driest drought on record, where average rainfalls in Australia have been like below 20 to down to 10% in some cases. So incredibly dry conditions, which unfortunately our farmers are suffering as well. Agriculture is going to drop through the floor. In generally a pretty shit summer for Australia so far. Which sort of leads me on to how people cope with these disasters. We're lucky living in Sydney, relatively sheltered from these sort of stuff. We don't have to deal with the fires directly, apart from just the constant choking to death and smoke all day, every day. But yeah, a lot of people are doing it tough. So in light of that, Toby has set up a GoFundMe charity, or basically GoFundMe donations for bushfire victims and the firefighters themselves. So far he's raised over $10,000, which is fantastic. That money's going directly to the firefighters and the victims. But also now we're raising money for Lifeline, because not only the firefighters, the victims of the fires, but these farmers doing it tough. As I mentioned earlier, worst droughts on record. Crops this year is just probably non-existent, if at all. I think already the wine output this summer is pretty much a write-off. So generally not good times for many people in Australia at the moment. So Lifeline, we think, is quite a worthy charity to give our money and support to, because they help not only everybody that's feeling down or feeling a bit below the weather or having those suicidal thoughts. For some strange reason, it's a taboo to talk about. I don't know why. Guys, for some reason, just don't want to talk about their feelings. Now, unfortunately, it leaves a lot of people taking their own lives, which is something we really cannot be tolerated. So, guys, get out there. If you're feeling blue, feeling down, any sort of negative thoughts of that, talk to somebody. Talk to your mates, talk to your wives, girlfriends, whatever. Also, too, it's not just guys as well. Everybody suffering in these conditions. So, please donate to Lifeline, support Toby, or just donate direct, which is pretty coincidental, because our new podcast, Phantom Lane 4. There is a video I have about why we named it Phantom Lane 4, because autopilot lanes, before the update, there's 4 lanes, blah, 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 blah. Check the video out, right here somewhere, it'll explain it a bit better. But yeah, Phantom Lane 4. We also make our own soundtracks too, believe it or not. You can have the copyright breaches and stuff like that with music, so you've got to make your own. So, they've got to make that vary every day. But yeah, our first real-life guest was Toby in our first live shot podcast, which is episode number 3, which is only just went up, which is actually just going up in the next couple of days, if not already. So yeah, check that out, subscribe, listen, but it's all Aussie guys. It's me, Sally, Tesla Tom of Ludicrous Feed, Nash from Tesla and Going, Adam from Tesla Australia. We've all got our own YouTube channels, but we've decided to collaborate and make a bi-weekly podcast. And I think the Northern Atlantic is just now hitting the road now. This rainfall is terrible. Oh my God, look at it. Maybe you can see it out the front camera here, but this really is crazy. But yeah, Phantom Lane 4 podcast. It was spawned as a result of our first ever collaboration video on autopilot, or more specifically, smart summon features of autopilot and the full self-drive features of the cars. So we made 4 videos on smart summon and straight summon, all of our own individual takes on the day, which are quite interesting and worth watching all 4, because yeah, the variety of what we've done is actually quite interesting. Anyway, I went down the path of the Grand Prix and it being actual race. Obviously it wasn't, but you know, as far as I'm concerned, it was a race. I won some of them, so there. On the inaugural Grand Prix, hopefully it'll become a worldwide event. It could be a feature race at the F1 around the world, who knows. Okay, so I better get onto EVs in Australia, because that's the point of my vlog, I guess, and the renewable stuff, and apart from just having a general chat and a rant. Model Y, as we all know, Model Y production has begun, and deliveries should be starting soon, maybe March, April, who knows. Left-hand drive, I'm assuming, obviously first. But my opinion only, and only my opinion, is I believe the Model Y right-hand drive models will be coming down the production line a lot sooner than we think. Simply because of the fact that the Model 3 right-hand drive production was done in a batch. The first batch was done and they shipped them all out. Now they seem to have gone to, a bit of water. They seem to now have gone to onto producing right-hand drives and left-hand drive Model Ys around about the same time. As there's a constant stream of ships coming from California, shipping out Model Ys, I mean Model 3 right-hand drives all over Australia pretty regularly. So to me that's saying they're not making it in batches anymore. So it seemed to be just a general right-hand drive, a car come down the line next to a left-hand drive car and so forth. Now, I know Tesla does have a habit of actually learning from their mistakes and not doing things in the past that haven't worked. Not saying the batch deliveries hasn't worked, but yeah. So I believe, not say believe, but my opinion is that the Model Y right-hand drive cars would be coming down the line not long after the start of the left-hand drive cars. If not, some of them already, who knows? Because apparently there is a photo floating around somewhere of a right-hand drive Model Y being tested in America. No street lights are out, I wonder why that is. Okay, let's slow down and make sure I don't, you know, nothing happening, it's dangerous, no one doing something stupid, nope, all good. So yeah, I won't be quite surprised if we see Model Y right-hand drives in Australia before too long. Which is great news if you're a Model Y owner, and I think a Model Y in Australia will sell far better than Model 3. Because Model 3 at this point is by far the most popular. There's a Model 3 at this point is by far the most popular model Tesla in Australia at the moment, obviously due to cost. And I think the Model Y, Australia being lovers of the SUV, I think the Model Y will outsell the Model 3 by quite a lot, which is great. And then obviously there's going to be the Cybertruck. I think that will sell tons and tons and tons. And if we to believe Elon Musk, who said the Cybertruck is has the most pre-orders of any Tesla. Well, the Model 3 pre-orders, the last official numbers were 400,000 pre-orders. So that tells me the Cybertruck is probably well above that. So closer to 500,000 pre-orders maybe? I don't know. It's all based on Twitter and who knows. Nothing official, I guess, so who knows. But yeah, I think the Cybertruck and Model Y will be Tesla's biggest selling products they can have. But in Australia though, there is other EVs available coming soon, 2020. The MG ZS EV is coming to Australia, starting at $45,000 I do believe. I'll put a link up here somewhere if it's true or not, or the actual price, but yeah. $45,000 for an EV SUV with a mid-range of 200 to 280 kilometres. That should sell pretty well in Australia. It should do pretty good. They seem to be quite popular in Europe at the moment, which is great. So in Australia too, that success is replicated, and they do sell quite a few of those over here. Also, we have the Jaguar I-Pace available now. Up here, the Mini is coming as well, the Mini EV. That will be cool. Not I'm a fan of the Mini, but another EV on Australian roads is always a good thing. And of course, we have the Mercedes EQC, Australia's car of the year, according to some magazines. Tesla Tom has a video where he has taken one for a drive. I'll put the link somewhere here, somewhere. So yeah, check that out if you're interested in EQC. Available now for test driving in Sydney, and I'm assuming Melbourne, Brisbane, I guess. So yeah, it'd be good to see one of those on the road. I hope they sell a few of those, which would be good. Also, there's still a Renault Zoe's available in Australia as well for cheap cars. Nissan Leaf too, for around about $50,000 drive away, 280 kilometres real world range. Great car. Father has one. So I've seen a few of them around, not as many as Teslas, but a few of them, so that's always a good sign. Because EV sales in Australia are actually climbing 300% over last year, which is great. Considering all other sectors of the car industry in Australia are declining. They've been declining quite some time. I don't know if that's just generally because the economy is turning the crap in Australia despite all the good news from the government, apparently, and how great they are. But for what I'm seeing, no one's had a decent pay rise for a while. wages are flat, cost of living's gone through the roof. Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if those declining car sales is just the reflection of the economy in general, not because everybody waiting for EVs. I like to hope it's everybody waiting for EVs, but I don't think that's the actual case. Could be wrong. Hope I'm wrong. But yeah, more EVs coming 2020 and 2021 on our roads in Australia, which is all fantastic news. So yeah, that's it for the first vlog of February, the day the ocean fell out of the sky in Sydney and across the entire east coast. Plus side, it's put the fires out. On the negative side, it's pretty much washed the entire forests away, which the fires are in. Lots of trees falling everywhere, lots of rain, so yeah, generally been a generally shit summer. So yeah, if you got this far, thank you for watching. Please, especially in these weather conditions and these, over the summer in general, please take care of yourselves and your family, and don't forget to drive safe. Talk to you later. Bye.